I have refilmed this video. This will be the 4th time. And I know that seems silly. You're like, McKenna, it's a get ready with me video, you know? But just knowing that I wasn't okay mentally on the days that I filmed, when I would look back at the video, I'm just like, no, this ain't it. It's not. But I think I'm better now. I'm in a better headspace. So we're gonna film this again. So if you wanna see how to go from this to this, then keep on watching. Grab your kafifi, because we're doing this. If you hear noises in the background, that's David, because he got home early, and so he's in the shower over there. I'm gonna start out with my Smashbox primer water. I used this, I wanna say in high school when it came out, and I loved it. I got it in a sample in my Ipsy bag, but I never could afford to get it again, and I saw it the other day, and I was like, I remember that being amazing. I'm gonna buy it, and it still is. It keeps my makeup on so much longer. Love it a lot. I'm gonna use this foundation. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, okay? I filmed this video, this is the 4th time. Honestly, I was just feeling down, and I was not in a place to be filming, and a lot of like YouTube strategists will tell you, oh, it doesn't matter, just upload it anyways. And I'm like, okay, maybe I will. But watching back my own video, I was just like, I can tell how negative I am, how down I am. And I want to be real on this channel, of course, always. I want people to be able to come to my channel and feel like they're not alone. And if they're gonna feel like that, I need to, you know, share the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And I want to do that, but I also want to be a positive spot on the internet. I was not in the headspace to be doing that when I filmed this 3 other times. The last time I filmed this, I was just like, let me tell you why I'm feeling down. And that was pretty much the entire video. I feel sucky, let me tell you why. Thinking about it and realizing that, I decided that I was gonna redo it. And I'm in a much better headspace today. And instead of I am gonna tell you why I've been feeling down, but instead of that being the entire focus of the video, I'm also gonna tell you, like, in my down space, what has been helping me feel a little bit better. Why am I feeling down? Let's start there. So if you watched one of my other Get Ready With Me's, you would know that I started my therapy / counseling journey. And I went through this foundation that comes to my church, and they make everything easy for you. So they do all the legwork. That's seriously what I needed, because dealing with insurance and anything really adulting related is just not my forte. And so I got set up with a counselor. I did 1 session, and then I lost my insurance. And I lost my insurance because in the state of Washington, you now have to prove that your children are your children for them to be on your insurance. Now, I was on my stepmom's insurance, and of course I am her child. She is my stepmom, like, duh. But because my parents are divorced, they just recently went through a divorce, the state doesn't view me as her child anymore. So I had to get kicked off of her insurance, and I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll just get on state. No big deal, right? Wrong. Apparently, with David and I both being unemployed and David getting unemployment, we make too much money for me to qualify for free state insurance. I know, if you're thinking what I was thinking, but McKenna, it's unemployment, which means that you don't have a job. Yeah, I know. I don't understand how being unemployed we make too much. I don't get it either, but it is what it is. But apparently we were too poor to have it at full cost. So they were gonna give me $120 of a monthly allowance to go towards whatever insurance that I pick. So I'm looking through all of these insurances, and they have, you know, all of the state programs, they have Kaiser, they have all these different insurance plans. And even with my $120 tax credit that I would get each month to go towards insurance, I was still gonna have to pay over $300 for insurance. I know, like, I literally told the lady, I'm just like, there's absolutely no way I can afford this. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, my husband's unemployed. I don't know what the state doesn't understand about that. And so I was like freaking out. So then I like had to do this whole thing getting onto my dad's, which it ended up working out, and I'm now on my dad's. But the moral of that story is I was really excited to go to counseling and finally start that journey. And now it's been like a month that I haven't been able to do that. And so that was like highly upsetting. So I've just been feeling down, and we were actually watching NCIS. I'm using my e.l.f. concealer last night, and there was an episode where McGee, he went through this traumatic thing, and he was like, while we were going through that traumatic thing, I didn't have time to be scared. I didn't have time to process it. I just kept going. And now that I have time to process it, it's all coming like a big wave. And that totally resonated with me, because I feel like my entire life I haven't had the time to deal with anything. And I think as a kid, I recognized that like the world doesn't stop for you. It's unfortunate. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. Like, even if you go through something traumatic, like your mom passing away, you still have to keep going. You still have to go to work. You still have to raise your children. You still have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I realized that at a young age, because I've been through many, many different things. And so I just kept going. And I thought, oh, I just handle things really well. And I'm sure there are some people that do. They just go through things and they just keep on trucking, and that's just who they are. And I think I kind of am like that, but I think I reached my limit, with my mom passing away and us losing our second pregnancy. I think my body just reached its limit of going through something and continuing to just go on, I feel like it's really catching up to me lately. I feel like I am low energy. I can't sleep. I can't really eat. I don't have much of an appetite. And I have just had loss of interest on many things. I'm just very unmotivated. And yeah, there's like a plethora of things that I'm feeling right now. And yet, because of insurance, I couldn't go and see my counselor. I did all the steps, did all the things, finally got into counseling, and then boom, it's just gone. With all that being said, that's why I've been feeling down. But let me tell you what has been helping me feel a little bit better. My first thing has been, honestly, just talking to you guys. And even though I didn't post the last 3 times I tried to film this video, it was kind of therapeutic just sitting here and talking to you guys. And I know a lot of people who watch my videos, I know them personally, and so I can picture talking to them when I'm talking to you. But in reality, I'm literally here with my phone talking to myself.
I'm an idiot! You're an idiot!
Even that is just therapeutic. And it seems dumb to talk to yourself. And I talk to myself even when I'm not filming a video. But I highly recommend it. So if you just feel like you need to get stuff off of your chest, do like a video diary maybe. I don't know. Or maybe if you want to just write in an actual diary, I don't know. You mind your business, I look crazy. Let's fix that, shall we? Talking to you guys has for sure helped. I'm using my Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer. Another thing that has helped is just doing basic hygiene. And I have never been like clinically depressed in my life, but I know for a lot of people who are clinically depressed, just taking a shower, washing their face, brushing their teeth, that type of thing is very difficult for them. And so I'm not downplaying that, and I'm not acting like, oh, that's just so easy, just do your basic hygiene. But I got some new skincare products, and that was the only thing that was motivating me to like wash my face, brush my teeth, that type of thing, was because I was excited about the skincare products. And so because of that, like, external motivation, I didn't have the motivation to do that because, oh, it's good hygiene or because I need to do that. I was glad that I had that excuse of I'm really excited to use these new skincare products. And then I noticed that I felt better in my mood after showering or after washing my face, because I think internally I was just happy that, like, yes, I'm feeling down, but at least I'm not feeling down and like I'm stinky and dirty and need a shower. And so if you can get that done, honestly, that will just help a little bit, because, you know, nobody likes to be stinky and dirty and yucky. Another thing, like I said, I have had pretty much complete loss of appetite, so much so that in the morning, if I try and eat, I feel sick to my stomach, and that's very bizarre for me. And before, I was trying to just like force food down. I'm like, okay, I know that I feel sick when I'm eating, but I know that I need to eat. Like, I need nutrition. And I was like trying to force stuff into my body. And recently, instead, I've just been eating whatever my body can handle. So most of the times in the morning, that's just pretzels, just a handful of pretzels. And then I drink my coffee. I noticed that liquids are fine. So I will drink protein shakes, drink my coffee, drink some water. And then later in the day is when, I don't know if my body's just so starving that it's like, okay, I'm ready to eat now. But later in the day, it's a lot easier for me to eat. And so that is when I will eat. I don't try and force myself to eat when my body's just not gonna do that. It takes the pressure off and makes it so I don't feel sick to my stomach. And so that's been helping too. And then another thing that helped is last night I went to the gym. And I did have to wait 15 minutes because the gym was apparently at max capacity with like 15 people in it. But I was determined to go. I kind of overdid it and got a little sick. And by a little sick, I mean I almost puked, but then I was fine. But today I feel much better. It was amazing how much just that one gym trip like upped my mood a little bit. Maybe it's because I felt productive or felt like I was doing something. I don't know. We're going on a walk. That's another thing that I've been doing, is Simeon had a play date the other day. And then yesterday we went to the waterfront and went on a walk. And then we like stopped at the playground and I literally just let him play. And I just sat there in the sunshine, and you forget how much the sunshine really ups your mood as well. So those are the things that have been helping me feel better. And I didn't realize this, but there are actual people on YouTube who like have depression, and they will do videos where it's in real time and they will clean their room, or they will wash their face and brush their teeth, or they will do activities that if you have depression are kind of hard to do, and it's basically like you do it with them, and it's in real time, so it's not sped up, so you feel like, you know, you can't actually do it with them. And I thought that was super cool. So if you're having trouble doing that, there are people on YouTube who will do it with you. YouTube is just, it can be an awesome place sometimes. Anyways, I'm very happy to have David home early today, because I like spending time with him. And that's another thing that's been helping, is David and I have been spending a lot more time together. Okay, I'm using this NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder, which I've talked about 10,000 million times. You know what else I've been doing? Not to help my mood, but just something that I've never been able to do, but I finally did it, was real fake lashes. I talked about some magnetic lashes on my channel, but I couldn't find the brand that I had before, so I got a different brand, and I did not like it very much. But my 14-year-old sister taught me how to put on false lashes, and I hadn't tried like the tricks that she told me, but then the other day I just got tired of it, and I'm like, okay, I need to do this. And so I tried her tricks, and they worked wonders. So yesterday I wore false lashes. So I'm gonna try again today. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna like fast forward this part, but I'm using the same stuff. I'm using my Ace Beauty palette, Cokie glitter eyeshadow, this Cokie liner as well. I'm gonna do all that and fast forward through it. So let's do this.
My movie show.
You could, I could. Whew! Eyeshadow's done. The lighting is very bizarre, so I'm sorry, but we're working with what we have, okay? I've been adding a little bit more bronzer on to get that warmth back. And you saw me at the beginning of this video when I put on like my foundation. I'm very pale. And that was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And it's literally jacked up. I've hit pan on it a lot. I need another one of these. Anyways, now I'm gonna use the Makeup Geek Summer Fling blush. My highlighter brush has remnants of highlighter from days before. Now it's time for highlight. I'm gonna use my trusty and true Jaclyn Hill palette. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Don't do it. I hate sneezing. There's so many people who think that I'm a weirdo for that, but I hate it. Why would you want your face to like implode and snot to come out of your nose? Gorgeous. Okay, then I'm gonna get this Cokie liner. I used to tightline my eyeballs, and so I'm gonna do that, and it's a little scary. Okay, I'm gonna do brows now, and then I'll go in and do lashes. So if you ever wonder where I got something, where something's from, just leave a comment down below. If you have prayer requests, you can leave them down below or personal message me on like Instagram. I'm not one of those friends who's like, oh yeah, praying for you. Liar. I'm actually the friend that when you were like, hey, I need prayer for this thing, I'm like, yes, I am praying for you. I promise.
We need to pray for her.
Amen. And my eyebrows just look different every day. Every day they just decide to be someone new. I almost forgot my clear brow gel. I'm using my Maybelline Lash Sensational. Gonna use my NYX Lingerie matte lipstick in 17. I think. Oh, Seduction. It's in Seduction, but it's number 17. This is my favorite lip color of all time. I'm gonna put on some false lashes here, and then I'll be back. got my false lashes on. That was pretty easy, honestly and truly. Deja, thank you. Thank you for your tips. I'm gonna just let those dry for a second and then do setting spray. And then we're finally done. I'm gonna use my primer water yet again. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow. A little more than a spritz. And then dry. Alright, you guys, that is all for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was real and honest and you could relate and you felt like you weren't alone. But I hope that it didn't feel negative and it didn't feel like there wasn't hope. Because I know that even on my darkest days, there is hope. Like, it will get better. I know that it will. And so I hope that you feel that too. Again, if you have any prayer requests, please leave them down below. I hope you guys are having as good of a week as you possibly can. Do not forget to subscribe if you liked this video, and I will see you in my next video.